Hello, everybody. Welcome to Interesting Show.
Hello, everyone. I'm Janet.
I'm Irene.
So, what's going on today?
Today, we have a very special, interesting guest.
Let's welcome Steven.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
你有听说吗？即日起到12月31号前，只要报名阳朔美语的课程，就可以抽双人来回机票。
而且还有最重要的 AirPods Pro 2啦。
阳朔美语课程丰富多元，从精致5人口说班到1对1家教，情景内容多样，中师外师全英文授课，让你更沉浸在英文口说环境里面。
如果想要考取空服员或是地勤人员的话，阳朔美语还有航空美语特训班哦，可以强化你的英文履历自传，而且还有模拟演练面试环节呢。
如果想要进军商务市场的话，也可以选择多益课程，内容包含听说读写全项目，从入门题库到实战演练，帮你冲高分。
那可以传链接给我吗？
已经放在资讯栏里了啦，赶快上阳朔美语官网查看，或是致电咨询吧。So happy that you are being here with us today.
I'm happy to be here.
You are our first guest for a new season.
Oh,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah,
Season
this is
two.
our second season.
Oh, nice. The kickoff.
That's very nice.
And I'm super excited because Steven, you have a lot of things that in your career or your habit is I'm really interested in that.
Okay.
So we can discuss a lot today.
Yeah, multi-talented though. It's very shocking.
It's what we call in Chinese 斜杠.
Yeah, 斜杠.
Oh,
It's
nice.
like you do a lot of things.
Like AKA Steven, AKA.
Oh, very true.
Yeah. So before we started, can you do a very short introduce about yourself?
Sure. Yeah, my name is Steven Williams, and I go by Steve, and I've been living in Taiwan now for about 12 years, and I came here for 6 months and stayed for 12 years.
Oh, that's a very long time. 12 years. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's kind of interesting. And I work with language schools, and I also do a lot of music activity.
It's so different.
Yeah, it's very different.
Like being a teacher and being a performer.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. It's actually sometimes quite similar.
yeah,
You are
because
both
you
on
all
stage.
perform on the stage.
Yeah, it is, and you got to stand up in front of people.
That's right.
Yeah. Where are you from?
I am from Texas. I am from Houston, Texas. And then I moved to Austin, Texas. And I grew up mostly in Houston, but then for school and this kind of thing, I lived in Austin. So I've lived in Texas all my life, except for when I did live in Los Angeles for quite a while.
Wow.
For work.
Do you think these two states is quite different?
They are very different. They both have really big cities, which is interesting. And, of course, they both have the ocean. We have the Gulf of Mexico in Texas.
Oh, okay.
And then, of course, they have the Pacific. But their beach is much prettier than ours.
You mean Los Angeles? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what people imagine about.
Yeah, our
yeah.
beach is awful.
Why? It's small? or
No,
It's always
it
this
is
way?
blazing hot.
Oh.
It is blazing hot,
Okay.
and it is absolutely full of sharks.
Oh my God.
Oh, really?
You can
Oh my
get
God,
killed.
oh my God.
Yeah, that is very
So it
horrifying.
Oh, wow. It's really
It's
like
really
a
hard
movie.
to imagine.
Yeah. Because in Taiwan, no. Is this shark in Taiwan?
No, not that
Yeah.
common though.
Will you see any sign on the beach?
A lot. And we even, remember, we even have, we have manta rays. He's bigger than a shark. This is the one with the whipped tail.
Okay.
Yeah. Touch you one time, you're dead. That's it.
Oh my God.
红鱼吗？
It's over.
Oh.
But
my
they're
gosh.
shy. They're shy.
Oh,
they
okay.
don't come near the
beach.
The area
shore.
where
Yeah.
people being
Yeah,
active.
yeah.
Is is there any accident that happened a lot? Like people injured by the shark or something?
A lot.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
It's like a giant bathtub. Yeah, because see, L.A., the water's cold,
Oh.
right? So they have whales.
Oh.
Right. We don't have whales.
But you have shark.
We have sharks. And they don't have a lot of jellyfish, but we do because the water's warm.
Oh, all you have is like the dangerous.
Yeah.
Dangerous.
Yeah, and they love it there.
Animal.
They sharks come there to vacation.
Oh my god.
And in Austin, see, we have the lake, and people go to the lakes.
Lake sounds like safer.
Yeah, and except for the alligators. But
Everywhere is dangerous.
Texas is next to Louisiana, and Louisiana has, of course, it's called the Gator State, and
A lot of alligators.
A lot.
Wow.
But the food's so good.
The fried chicken is originally from Texas.
It is, I believe so. Or now, of course, everybody is gonna say no. It's from Mississippi or Alabama or whatever.
Do you think the best fried chicken is in Texas?
That's a good question. I'm gonna say this, and I'm not just saying this because my friends know this. But there is a shop in Taiwan that I think has the best fried chicken.
Really?
Oh,
what? Which one?
It's called the Old Fat Daddy.
I love it too. 胖老爹.
Oh,
yeah, I think
know.
胖老爹 is quite
Really?
good too.
You think it's better than Texas?
It's as good.
Oh, as good. Okay.
And I would know.
Oh,
The only thing that we don't like to do is eat spicy fried chicken.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
You like
we don't
the
like it.
regular one?
Yeah, just regular. That's the art form. The
Oh.
art form, because if
Yeah.
it's too spicy,
You can taste.
it's
Original
a mess.
juice of the chicken.
Yeah,
you cannot,
yeah, it's kind of a mess. So
Oh.
so we eat it with no spice.
So you don't
Authentic.
like to add any like dips for it?
Yeah, but our dip is strange. We use ranch dressing.
What is the concept of that?
What it does is it kind of creates like a softness that we like.
Oh, okay.
And but you don't overdo it. It's just a little. And some people tried honey mustard, but I think it tastes terrible.
Okay. So, like, what is the climate in Texas? It's like, I think the latitude is not high. So is it
it's
warm?
not.
Yeah.
It is warm. It is
Okay.
warm. But we have what's called a plunge. We have extreme heat, and then we have extreme cold.
Oh.
So it literally goes up and down.
How cold it would be? I mean.
Oh, it goes to 0.
Oh, 0?
I'll do Celsius for you guys. It goes to 0. Yeah, it's common.
Oh, so it's snow or not?
It does snow in
Okay.
Texas. It snows in Texas, but of course, as everybody knows, we have the hail. We
Yeah.
have hail, the ice rain, and we do have ice storms.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so we have everything. We have hurricane, ice storm, tornado, hailstorm,
Oh my god, it's a really
and we do have dust
extreme-
storm.
It's a really extreme climate.
Yeah.
It is extreme.
Yeah.
It is, and we're used to it.
So when you first came to Taiwan, you think the climate is
Peaceful?
like more peaceful?
it?
To me, it is. And see, I like the rain.
Is it rain a lot in Texas?
It depends on what year it is. An example, when I was growing up, we had 3 years where it rained basically almost every day.
Wow.
Yeah, it was very strange.
Wow. Why?
It just happens that way
Okay.
because of the Gulf of Mexico, the ocean, and the northern air. And Colorado gives us a lot of strange weather.
For you, do you think like the view is good in Texas?
I
Or-
do. I do. And a lot of people like the view because it is different. Even if you drive from Houston to Dallas, it's very kind of flat and grassy, very like a plain, right? And that's where all the cows are.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's why we have so many cows. But there is a line that you can see, and if you look at a map, you can see it. About 50 miles west of Austin, it's very interesting. It starts turning into a desert. But people love that.
Desert?
Yeah, that's where a bunch of celebrities live.
They have
But what's
mentioned
over
in the
there?
desert.
What's
Nothing.
over there? They just live in a desert?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That is very...
But they're rich, so I think if they want something, they can just move it into.
Well, you know who lives there now?
Oh.
Elon Musk.
Oh.
Elon Musk moved to Texas.
Wow.
Okay.
And lived in the desert.
Yeah.
Why they love that? Because like it's more isolated. They can like away from
They cannot
the
reach out.
paparazzi or something.
Yeah, and it's incredibly peaceful.
But compared to the the natural disaster you mentioned, Just like, wouldn't that, just like the dust storm,
It's just
wouldn't it be that very damaging?
Yeah,
to live
it
there?
can be. The only thing you have to contend with out there is the dust storm. And then sometimes you get a giant rainstorm.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
and it causes a lot of trouble because obviously it's a desert.
Yeah.
And then the heat.
Oh, yeah. I think
The heat is terrible.
Yeah. Would there be any like shopping mall in the desert?
There is.
Oh, okay. Wow.
We have a special rule about that.
Rule?
That's where they put the outlet malls, like the discount malls, outlet malls. They put them out in the desert.
Oh, okay.
So in America, you can let's take something simple like Levi's jeans. You cannot have an outlet mall inside of a city. And there's one big city out there. It's El Paso. And then it is 1,000 kilometers of desert from Austin to El Paso. I've driven it 5 times. It takes 3 days. And I was driving fast, let me tell you.
Oh my God! How many meter? Like how many speed?
You can drive faster out there.
Oh, okay.
You can drive. The speed limit is 85. So how fast? That's about 120, right?
But is there any station that where you can actually stay overnight to rest?
There is, but everybody knows it. There is a part of Texas that's very famous, and when you get there, there is a giant sign, and it says "No gas for 200 miles."
Wow.
And it says "Get gas now."
Is it getting it? Oh.
It's a warning sign.
Wow.
It does, and they put 5 signs in a row.
Oh, okay. In case you don't see it.
In case you don't see it.
You would bring your like own gas box.
No, I mean your car will make it.
Oh, okay. But you
And-
just make sure before that you're gonna refill it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, but see now here's the problem. See, a motorcycle cannot make it. So you have to plan for it. If you're on a motorcycle trip,
Yeah.
because when I drove it, I drove it again 5 times.
Oh, okay.
I saw motorcycles stopped.
Did you see any skull on the way?
I did.
Oh my God, that is so scary.
A lot.
Human skull?
Oh, human skull. Oh, I thought you said skull. I didn't.
Oh my God.
But I looked.
Okay.
And no, they. I saw some. Do you know what an RV is?
RV?
It's the giant camping car.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
Ran out of gas. You have to call the police,
Oh, okay.
and it's not police. It's highway patrol. They have to come out and get you, and they bring you gas. They have a truck, but it takes. They just say, "Did you screw up and run out of gas?" Yes, I did. Okay, well, we'll put you on the list, and it's we'll be there in 10 hours.
Do they need to pay a lot for that?
That's a good question, because the counties out there, they're getting mad about this. Because obviously the county has no money.
Oh, yeah.
It's just the freeway goes through it. So they're starting to say, we're going to charge you if you do this.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I think it makes sense.
It is interesting, but it's beautiful. It's very hot, and it's very beautiful. Because some of it's really high.
Ah.
It's really high up. It's pretty scary.
Wow.
But yeah, it's
You always
dangerous.
drive alone, or you with like other friends?
These times I drove alone because I had to bring a car.
Oh.
I wanted to bring a car to my house in L.A. And so I
you drive-
flew.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I flew to Austin, and then I got in the car and I brought it to Los Angeles.
You drive all the way from Texas to.
Yeah,
Oh my God! How many days takes?
3 days.
Only 3 days?
But that's if you're driving fast.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's really 4.
Usually
Yeah.
4 days.
Yeah, because it's crazy, and I got crazy because I got bored. I got bored, and so I started trying to see how far I could go.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I started driving at 5 a.m., and then I stopped at one time at 10 p.m.
Oh, that's a very long
Wow.
time.
Oh, I was out of my mind. I was
Yeah.
crazy.
It's like how many hours it is? Like it's
15 hours. 20
okay.
hours, almost.
From 5 a.m.
my-
to 10 p.m.
yeah.
That is very
Wow,
long
insane.
time. Though.
Yeah.
17 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. It's in the math show, folks.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Let's go back to your like university life. You studied in Austin, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think like Austin is like?
Austin's great. Big music town. Very pretty. Because it's called the Hill Country.
Oh, is there a lot of hills there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And it's very beautiful, and the hills back up to the lake, to the town lake. And the food's really good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the food's really good. And people are really friendly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's very friendly.
You mean for like
Even
international
foreign people?
Yeah, foreign people.
Yeah, and to each other.
Oh.
Like
nice.
we have a tradition. We talk to people.
Oh, you mean like when you walk on the street, you met some
Yeah,
strangers?
absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah, we always say hello. If we have a question, we just stop some guy and say, "Hey, where is this place or where is that?" And it goes from there.
What do you think would have this kind of vibe there? Like people are quite polite and friendly there.
Yeah, it's just a tradition in Texas. It's a tradition, and because Texas is so big, in the old days they would go weeks without seeing people.
Oh.
Yeah, they would go many weeks without seeing people. So if you lived on a farm, you went to town, we call it go to town. You would go to town about once a month.
Oh, so that is the only chance you
You
meet
can see
someone.
people.
Yeah.
That sounds so lonely though.
Yeah, it was. And then when the cities, formed, then they started, talking to people, but the tradition really remained of talking to strangers.
Do you think like I don't know, for like Texas or in Austin is a good choice for an international student? Oh, okay.
Absolutely. Austin is a really good choice. But now remember, Houston has the most Taiwanese people of any place in the world except Taiwan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a lot.
So is there any like Taiwanese town there?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really big. They have temple. And remember, Fo Guang San is there.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Guangsan.
Yeah.
That is very cool.
Yeah. Fo
okay.
Guang San is in L.A.
Uh-huh.
And in Houston.
Okay.
You guys may not know this, but the sushi restaurants in Houston are actually owned by a Taiwanese businessman.
Oh, okay.
And so many Taiwan students work there.
Oh.
Yeah, because you can do that now. You can work a certain amount if you're a student. It's legal. And he hires the students to work in his restaurants. And so I went to my favorite sushi house, and everybody working there was from Taiwan.
Oh, okay.
And that's how I made some Taiwan friends.
When you are in college, do you go to any like club or fraternities?
Oh, yeah, that's a good question, because our fraternity life in American colleges is still pretty big.
Oh,
Yeah, and of course the opposite is the sorority, right? For women, it's a sorority. For men, it's a fraternity. And I had absolutely no interest in that.
Oh, really? Why?
First of all, you have to live there.
They have a dormitory.
Yeah,
Like
they have their own. It's a house. These words in English are interesting because a dormitory is not a house. And so we go by, and it's very important. It may not seem like a big deal, but in American universities, see, they have what's called a house. It's not a dormitory. And so the problem is, in a house, they can do what they want.
Wow.
Is it
so
like
it
the
probably
privilege
be
for
wild.
them?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that
this
is like
the
the
problem.
special privilege for
It
them.
is because they own the house.
Oh. But
But
who? Like
who
Oh, the
organ-
fraternity.
the leader?
Yeah, who gives
Do
them
you have
like
they
a
have
funder?
founder or leader or something?
It's like an organization.
Oh.
It's like what's called a benevolent organization. They take in just enough money to pay their bills.
I mean, the people will change, but the house will stay there.
House will stay the same.
Oh, okay.
And some of them own several houses, and some of them are very, very wealthy.
Okay.
because they've had money since. You know, my school was founded in 1899, and
That's
in the
very
old
long.
days they did not have a dormitory. They just had the houses, and you had to live there.
Oh.
Yeah, so everybody, most people would join a fraternity, but as the population grew, they
need to build more.
didn't do that.
Oh,
They had to have a dormitory.
But how to like join a fraternity?
Oh, it's hard.
Oh.
It's very hard.
How I mean we only see this in the movie.
Yeah.
Like sometimes they would choose people.
Right.
And is it like how? I mean
That's
have
called
you,
initiation.
initiation?
That's called
But how to
initiation.
initiate it?
Oh, it's that's a big topic, and it's
Okay, we can
a very
probably-
very
If it is too
controversial
complex,
topic.
oh,
It's okay
boy.
if next time we have changed, we can
Yeah, we
discuss
can.
this. I think for most of the Taiwanese people can't if you're not like study in United States,
Yeah.
you won't like understand this kind of culture because we don't have this kind of
Yeah, you
Yeah.
guys don't have fraternities?
Yeah, no. We only have club. Yeah,
Like after school club.
yeah. So probably people will like feel. I mean, they will have strong connection, just like fraternity, but there's not fraternity. Like
Oh,
they
I
won't live together.
Mm.
I think this is the big difference. So, except for the fraternity, do you join any clubs? Like,
I did not because I was playing a lot. I was playing shows a lot.
so you started to do your show when you are in university or earlier?
Before that,
Oh wow!
When did you like?
I played in my first bar when I was 14.
14. Wow.
so
which
that
is
is
illegal.
like junior.
Okay.
Okay, it's illegal.
Do we need to like edit it out?
No, it's okay. Back then, you can't drink.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
sure.
Yeah, and your dad, actually it was my dad. Your dad has to be there.
Oh, okay.
So what kind of genre of music style that you were?
Oh, that's easy. That was blues.
Oh, that's
Ooh,
nice.
classic.
Blues is
Yeah,
nice.
blues band. I was in a blues band when I was very young.
So you work in a bar or more in a like a bistro restaurant?
Yeah, that's a good question. These are called roadhouses.
What is a
Roadhouse.
roadhouse?
A roadhouse is a very
the road?
interesting place. It usually was.
Just over there.
Yeah, a roadhouse is a place where people stop and it's a bar and they have a little bit of food.
Yeah.
And the tradition is that they always have a band. And so we would play in the roadhouses. But you gotta play a long time.
It's illegal, right? And you were just a kid then.
Yeah.
So how long?
Well, my dad wouldn't stay past midnight, so we had to go home.
Oh, so it actually ran
Till
over
2 a.m. It's a tradition.
Yeah.
It's 2 a.m.
Oh, that's pretty late for a kid, though.
Yeah.
I mean, but were your parents support you doing
Yeah,
that?
yeah, sure. The only thing they didn't allow me to do it is there's places downtown in Houston where we could have played, but my dad said no way.
Why is
What's
it the
going
bad
on with
thing?
there? What is going on
Oh.
with there?
He said, "You're not doing that." That's it.
Is a bad place?
Yeah, could be just drinking,
Okay.
and we have a lot of bikers,
That is
Biker
quite
is-
dangerous, though.
motorcycles.
Oh, okay. Go back to your your college, your university. Your major is journalism, creative writing.
Yes.
This is really different from music.
I chose it because I have a creative engine running
Okay.
all the time, and I was drawn to books and these kind of things, and so I wanted to write like that. And there's a lot of great books that I really enjoy, even back then, and so I said, well, this is a good career for me, and so I pursued that.
Yeah.
And then, but the problem is it takes a while to get that degree.
Is it longer than like the?
It can, because the classes, this is a weird thing, and this is good information for anybody who's going to study in America. Your advanced classes, sometimes they only happen once a year.
Oh, so probably not the student studying
Yeah.
a year can pass the
It's
The
not
score.
it's not offered, and they say, well, this is a spring class, and so if you miss it or you don't get in it,
So you need to wait one
You
more
got to
year.
wait one more year.
Oh my god.
Then when
And-
are you going to graduate?
Oh, yeah, it's a problem. See, it took me 6 years to graduate.
Oh my God. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, and you know what? It didn't bother me at all.
Oh, because you work at the same time.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
partying. I was working,
Yeah.
playing guitar and working, and it didn't bother me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it didn't bother my parents either.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Yeah, but guys, that's the way it is now. It's if you know exactly what you're going to do and you stick exactly with it, and everything works out. Yes, that will take 4 years.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know anyone who ever got a degree under 5. I still remember it even right now. I still remember that girl looking at me and saying, "Mr. Williams, you will have to lay out." That's it. Thank you. Next.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And it is literally like that. And I said, what am I supposed to do for 6 months?
Yeah.
Is it frustrating?
It
was.
was.
Very,
Aw.
very frustrating?
It was very frustrating.
What were you
Is
going to do?
just
Just
perform
wait
more?
and keep
Oh,
working?
I called my mom and dad and I said, the classes, it was my junior year. And I
Okay.
said, they're not available. And they said, well, what are you going to do? I said, well, I'm definitely not giving up my job.
Yeah.
So I worked.
Work
Yeah.
more?
Yeah, I worked and I played and I early registered. But then what you do,
Okay.
they don't really mess you up too bad. And then I early register. Right?
Yeah.
I early register. In September you will be ready to go.
This is a really, really important information.
Yeah,
it is.
definitely.
It is very
Oh my
important.
God.
Yeah.
Because see, for an international student,
Yeah, they need to.
What are you gonna
live-
do?
Yeah, live there and don't know what to do, and they
Yeah.
they still have to pay their like daily
yeah.
life.
And I have seen this happen to people.
Is that convenient for international student to get a job there?
You can, but it's usually, we're going to speak honestly, it's usually illegal.
Oh, not even on campus?
You wouldn't want that job. It
What?
pays
Crappy?
almost nothing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it's a school.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and so even like University of Texas or University of Southwest Texas, these are huge universities. But if you get a job in the office, it's terrible. It doesn't pay anything. Again, we must be honest. What they usually do, the fastest way to make money is work in a bar as a bartender. Yeah.
Have you done this job before?
No, I didn't.
Because you already have one is good.
Yeah, and I really don't drink, so
okay.
I don't know how to make a drink.
Yeah.
But in Texas we have a special law. You must be trained to be a bartender.
You need to have
Oh.
license?
You have to have a license.
Okay.
Well, that
This
is
is more
strict, more strict.
complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As your major is like writing, do you have any like suggestion for those people who want to improve their writing in English?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The most powerful thing that you can do as a writer in English is learn to work with the number 3. When I tell you this,
Yeah.
this is something that people see every day, but it doesn't really register. Okay? And it goes from small concept to a big concept. And here's the small one. Here's the smallest one. This is an exercise that we practice as writers. I like apples, oranges, and bananas. 1, 2, and 3. The Oxford comma is real, and we need it. Makes perfect sense. Okay, it's in 3s.
Yeah.
And it's very rhythmic in English, so we like it. Okay? And now, here's when it gets really big. How many Star Wars movies are there?
I think probably 8.
It's 9.
Oh.
It's 3, 3, and 3.
Oh, you mean the magic of 3? Like people like.
Yes. We like trilogies. It goes from very small to very big.
Yeah.
And so if you're giving a business presentation or you're writing, you're going to say, first, we're going to do this. Next, we will. Third, finally, we will, blah, blah, blah. And so you get it into 3. And so the obvious question is always, well, Steve, what if it's 4? So,
Yeah.
what you do is you do 3 and 1. 3 and 1. 3,
Ah.
and then you say, The last thing I want to do is
Okay.
like this. So now we've got 4. So if it's 5, it's 3 and 2. And what this does is it makes your writing very powerful because it has obviously a beginning, a middle, and an end. And so when we talk about writing, when we talk about being a writer, we like to do things in threes, a list of 3 reasons. What do I like about Taiwan? 3 reasons, like this. What am I going to do today? First, I'm going to. Second, I'm going to. Third, I'm going to. Like this. And so this is the most important thing that I counsel people about with their writing. And it doesn't matter what kind of writing it is, whether it's academic or business or even a travel log, right? We want to try to keep things in threes. And you'll notice it the most when you give a speech. When you speak in English, this takes a lot of nervousness away because just 1, 2, 3. And then, of course, it gets deeper than that. How many strikes do you get in baseball?
3.
3 strikes. How many mistakes in America can you make at your job before they fire you?
3.
It's 3. We
Really?
say
It's always
it's always
that
3.
logic?
It's
or?
3. 3 strikes in baseball, right?
Right.
When you
yeah, a lot of like punishments is for like 3 times. After
it's
you
3.
you do like the same mistake for over 3 times, you get
Yeah.
punishments or something.
Yeah. Even basketball, when they score a special point, how much is it?
Oh yeah, that's
It's
3.
3. And
Yeah, people
it
love
helps
3.
a lot.
Yeah, okay.
Trilogies, movies, are in 3s. Books are in 3s. And it's just, whether it's simple or whether it's a very large concept, it will make your writing very focused and very effective.
When we go into the next part, is about your life in Taiwan. And the first question, and I think is probably the most asked question you have asked, like, is like, why do you come to Taiwan?
Yeah. Why did I come to Taiwan? I came to Taiwan when our business that I had been in for 11 years, I was in the insurance business for 11 years. Yeah. It changed drastically due to tax law and due to internet. And so what happened is when they changed that so that people could legally buy insurance over the internet, they didn't need us anymore.
Ooh.
And so I came to Taiwan as a break, as a vacation, kind of a think about what I was going to do. And I liked it so much, I just decided to stay.
Wow.
And then I stayed for quite a while. I had to go back for 2 years one time. But then when that was concluded, I came back. And so that's really what happened.
Wow.
And still here now, still here.
Have you ever been to any different Asian country before Taiwan?
No, isn't that interesting?
Oh, so Taiwan is the first Asian
Asian
country.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
Japan doesn't count because we just stopped the plane there.
Okay. yeah, that's
You just
true.
transfer there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But after that, did you go to any other country?
I've been to every country in Asia except Korea.
I'm curious about what's your first impression in Taiwan?
Oh, I had the complete wrong impression when I got here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought it was going to be less developed. It's really like an urban area, on an island.
Okay.
And it's a little bit like Texas in that the population is concentrated in, the big cities. But then there's this huge amount of open space, the mountains and the areas around it. There's Kaohsiung, of course, and Taipei and Taichung. But then around it is very beautiful. Alishan and the mountain area, Yusan, Yangmingshan. And so it's really a mixture of modern,
and,
The views.
modern and then beautiful view, beautiful scenery. Yeah.
you imagine it's like more nature what in your imagine is like?
Oh, I thought it was going to be more less tall tall buildings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I did not know about the scooter situation when I arrived.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, I did not know about that. I was like,
What is this?
what is going on here? What's all these motorcycles? Right?
Did you freak out?
Yeah, and
I think probably at that time the traffic rules wasn't that strict then though, so
yeah,
people would.
because I went to Jai once.
Oh, there's nothing there.
They don't wear it. They don't wear a helmet. And then I saw my first 5-person scooter.
Oh, that is like a family.
Yeah, the
all
family
the family
on
are
one
all on
scooter.
one scooter.
5?
Yeah, baby,
Yeah.
dad driving, 2 babies, and then mom.
Mom in the back.
Yeah, it's like very dangerous. I mean, when I was young, I sometimes saw some of them, like a lot of people squeezing the motorcycle. But
Yeah.
I think it's like less right now, recently. Because like, I think the law is like getting stronger to like punish.
Yeah,
them.
is there a
it's-
law about that?
Yeah, actually you can't. I think 3 is the maximum.
Okay,
No,
Yeah.
yeah. 3 is the maximum now.
So do you still do performance right now?
I do a lot. yeah.
Okay. How do you like find the first performance in here?
Oh, that's interesting. The guy's pretty famous. I can't remember his name right now because I just met his staff. I didn't get to meet him, obviously.
Okay.
But the owner of the Roxy clubs, Roxy 99, Roxy Junior, Roxy Baby, and then there's another one, Roxy. There's a new one now. And I applied to play there.
Oh,
And I just
okay.
got a message back and said, yeah, you can play here. So I started playing there a lot.
Do you have a band then?
I did. It's the
Okay.
same. It's different people, but the same name. Steve Williams and the Resident Aliens.
Okay.
Oh, why that name?
It's a play on words. Resident alien means a foreigner living in a country.
Yeah.
But it also refers to,
Outer
aliens from
space.
outer space.
Right. That's clever. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it looks cool because it's SWRA.
Swarm. No.
No,
S.
just SWRA. It's big SW and then a little RA.
Oh.
You have a design on your logo.
Yeah, we had somebody design.
Okay. You still have like a lot of different things to do in Taiwan.
Yeah. We have a funny saying, and where I'm from, we say the trend is up. So this means we're busy, we're doing positive things,
Okay.
and the trend is definitely up.
Is you would say it's an idiom? That was
It,
an
it,
idiom.
yeah, I would count that as an idiom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sure.
Trend is up. New word,
Trend
guys.
is up.
Do you like perform in a different city in Taiwan or only in Taipei?
In Taipei.
I that's a good question. It's hard for me to move the band around, and so I have played around Taipei, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I played just 2 festivals.
Ooh.
And but usually we play in Taipei.
What festival do you go to?
I played Canada Day.
Canada
In
Day.
Yuanshan.
Yeah, I played Canada Day, and then I played another special festival that was a benefit. And I'm trying to think if there was any other ones. I'm too loud for Huashan. They have big rules there. Did you guys know that? Yeah. When you see the bands play outside.
Yeah. Oh, like the street performance.
Yeah, or they're on the front lawn.
Mm-hmm.
Evidently, their neighbors really don't like that.
Oh yeah.
Because it's a too open space
Yeah.
there, though. Yeah.
But Huashan is beautiful, and Legacy is in there.
Yeah.
Legacy's beautiful. Hopefully,
One
in
day
the-
you can.
in the coming months, I think hopefully we can play there.
Oh really?
Well, we'll see.
Oh.
We have to open for somebody.
Oh, okay.
We
Okay.
Open for a national
Sure.
act.
Wow. Exciting for that. So what genre you would say your band is?
Oh, rock. It's rock and roll.
It's
It's
rock.
heavy rock,
Oh.
and
okay.
a lot of it's progressive rock.
Besides music play performance, do you still do any writing
A lot.
works?
Yeah, I write a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and I write for Taiwan companies, and I write a lot of presentations for people.
Oh.
They'll come to me and they say, "Hey, we have to give a presentation on this. What are we going to do?" And I help them with that.
Oh, okay.
And then I also do. Do you guys know that? Here's a good idiom. Do you know this one? On the fly.
On the fly, no.
I do writing for people on the fly. This means that if they are writing something and they're stuck, I can get in it no matter what it is, and I will come over there and fix it right there.
Wow.
With no preparation. This is called on the fly.
Ooh.
And I actually do that a lot.
They just call you and...
They call me and they say, hey, Steve, we're stuck here. I ask them what it is, and then they say, we're having trouble with this, this, and this. And I say, okay, I'll be right there. And then what they do is they project it on the wall or on the screen, and I read it in real time, and I just correct it as I read it. Right? Or I make it flow better. And I do that with presentations. So, yeah, there's still a lot of writing going on.
One thing I found is really interesting is like you also do the medical article.
Yeah. Because I was in the insurance business for so long. This is just a language that I'm familiar with. And so I do medical writing, and I help with that. I did a lot of pharmaceutical writing.
It's a very professional field.
It is, and it takes a lot of time. I mean, when you do something like that, this is not something you're going to do in 2 hours. You know, this is something you have to go back and back and back to a company and really work on it. And the problem with pharmaceuticals is drugs. It has to be exactly correct, or you get in trouble.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because you can't, with drugs, you have to say what it did. And the problem is you have to say what it didn't do.
Wow.
Yeah, and you have to tell them straight what it did or did not do. And you can't say, well, it kind of worked, but, some people got really sick, but otherwise, you can't do that.
I think the people curious about is for most of our audience, they're from Taiwan. They really want to learn better in English. Do you think that can we learn English well just stay in Taiwan, or you think going abroad is a better option?
Oh, you can definitely learn English in Taiwan. Absolutely. And the resources are there. There's good instructors, there's good schools. There also has to be a healthy interest in it. And, people in Taiwan are smart. Taiwan's a smart country with technology and a lot of things going on and shipping and all kinds of things. And so there's a genuine interest in it. And the resources are there. And as long as you're consistent, you can definitely learn in Taiwan. Yeah. And then you will be surprised how good you are when you do travel.
Oh.
Yeah, you will be surprised. Oh, I know that. Oh, I recognize that.
Yeah.
And of course, remember when you learn English, when you learn the words, you can read many languages. You can read French, you can read German. You may not know what it means, but some or many of the word bases are the same. You can figure it out. You can say, oh, well, sofa. I know what that is, right?
Yeah.
There's a few languages where you're going to run into trouble. The Nordic languages, Swedish and this kind of thing. Yeah, those are like you go to IKEA.
Yeah.
I even go, man, what does that mean? I don't know what that means.
Because the alphabet is totally
it's different. And but you can definitely do well in Taiwan. And then when you do take that trip or you do go someplace abroad, you're going to be really surprised how much you do know and how much you do understand.
Do you have any suggestions for people want to improve their listening or speaking in their daily life?
Absolutely. This is a big question. And one of the things that's most important about it is do something you like. Because you're programming your brain. You're programming it. And obviously, if you're not interested in the news, don't read a bunch of news. Find something that your brain is going to retain, the retention, whether it's baseball or music or K-pop or even Korean dramas, right? A lot of people watch Korean dramas, right? But if you read what's called a synopsis of the Korean drama in English, that will help you.
Oh.
Because you're still programming your brain. So keep your interest level high, your enthusiasm level high, and don't avoid things you don't want to do, right? Avoid those things, right? It's not going to do you any good to learn about car parts.
Yeah.
If you're not interested in that, right? And so you can absolutely do that as long as you program your brain and make it a positive, enthusiastic experience.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think like learning it by if you're loving it is more easier and you can stay this practice
Passion
longer.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I think we are about the ending of this episode, but before that, Steven, do you want to introduce your lessons in 阳说美语?
Absolutely. What I do is I focus on getting people to the next level, whether it's with a business or whether it's academic or school. What we do is get you to the point where it makes more sense. And in my classes, I talk a lot about base words, how to understand words that you have not seen before, right? There is a system in English about how to recognize these kinds of words. And so what I do and focus on in my classes is getting people to the next level, in a comfortable way, not a way that's too fast, right? That's too fast, because then the retention is going to suffer. The retention will not be there.
Yeah.
And so I like to focus on getting things done naturally, talking about what you're doing naturally. What are you enjoying naturally, right? What do you like, right? And also in my classes, the last thing we'll talk about is description. We focus on description in English. Describing things in English is the most important thing for business, academic, whatever you're doing. Description. We're going to describe what's going on, describe emotions, feelings, places, right? And this is what we're going to focus on in class.
Okay.
This sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. Let me translate a bit.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, and 好，我们今天非常高兴能邀请 Steven 老师来我们的节目，然后刚刚老师就是有分享一下他在阳朔美语有开设的课程，就是英文口说课。那老师会针对不管你是在你未来的职涯或者是学业上去。算是分享你要怎么让自己的口说更进步。所以，如果你看完这影片觉得老师很有趣，然后你也想要精进自己的口说的话，欢迎你来报名阳朔美语的口说课程。I think this episode is done here.
Okay.
We're very, very happy to have you here.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Always available.
Right.
Yeah. So, guys, please subscribe and follow us in Instagram.
That's right.
We are interesting show. See you guys next time. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.